guys, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you from the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy line. This is Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Now, I never got the Siege Ultra Magnus, and I never got the Netflix Ultra Magnus or any other Ultra Magnuses that have come out. I was kind of waiting for them to fix, one, the vehicle mode, and two, just I didn't like all the extra battle damage and all that stuff with prior releases. So anyways, I am very happy to have this in hand. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. There you see Ultra Magnus still in the box, and some very cool artwork there as usual. I really like how they fixed the vehicle mode, the trailer, the truck trailer. I think it looks so much better, a lot cleaner, and more like his G1 self. So there that is, and it does wrap around to show Ultra Magnus in his robot mode on the side, and you get that same piece of Kingdom artwork. Very, very nice. He is a leader class figure. So again, not much as far as the packaging. You have the bottom product information. You have the top with the Autobot logo and some other symbols there. And then on the side, you do have your Kingdom artwork. Much the same as any other release here. You have the Authentics logo. And on the back, you get your product shot. So there he is in robot mode. And he converts into 21 steps. And you do have his just standalone truck mode there, which converts in 12 steps. And then 16 steps to the trailer. So I think that looks really good. I think this is probably one of the best Ultra Magnus releases that we've gotten in this War for Cybertron line so far. So without further ado, let's get him opened up and see what Kingdom Leader Class Ultra Magnus is all about. Alright, so here we have Leader Class Ultra Magnus out of the box. And before we take a look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the collector's card that comes with the figure. And today we have Megatron. So there he is in all his menacing glory. Very cool. Really love the foil effect, the sort of holographic effect these cards have. And again, very nice artwork. You see some other Beast Wars characters down at the bottom there. And for those who don't want the spoiler, but it looks like there's already been a third wave spoiler pack spoiler online this morning. So I think you all know where this is going. So if we just peel this back, you do see Megatron sort of armored up. And you do see him with the chain across his chest. And you do see him with a very cool looking axe. So there that is. And I'm believing that is the third wave spoiler pack right there. So if you didn't already know it, now you know. If you didn't want to know, then hopefully you skipped ahead. But anyways, that's that. And of course on the back you have that same gold coin image. So very cool. I'm very happy to have that Megatron card. It's one I never had before, so... Anyways, let's take a look at Ultra Magnus. So really liking the way this guy looks a lot. He's very clean looking, very G1. Really love the paint apps on him. The head sculpt looks very, very nice. It's getting close on that head sculpt. You see some nice silver paint on the face and some little bit lighter blue for the eyes. You have some nice silver paint on the stacks on the side of his head. Not stacks, but these sort of antenna or whatever you want to call them. Some very nice molded detail throughout the figure, as you can see. And yeah, just very, very clean looking. I really love the fact that it has no real effects, damage effects or anything like that. And just going down the figure, just getting an overview and a lot of sculpted detail. You get some very nice paint apps here on the legs with some sort of dark gunmetal silver. Some nice red paint here on the shins. And you get some more nice sculpted detail there. All throughout here. Let's turn them on the side. There you go. There's a place for an Autobot symbol right there. I just saw that. Very cool. I really like how they did the tires as well. We could see that more in the vehicle mode. But just turning him around, again, you see a lot of that vehicle mode kibble hanging off there. And again, some really nice cool molded detail on the back here. And we'll see a lot more in the vehicle mode. So yeah, that is Ultra Magnus. Now he does come with the same gun that he's come, with the other releases, the Netflix release and the Siege release. So pretty much the same gun. It is a red plastic, silver with a silver paint over the top, with some nice silver gunmetal, sort of gray, silvery gunmetal paint. Looks like mine is a little bit. Looks like they forgot to paint there. It's a little bit chipped there. That's too bad. Not sure what that's all about, but not a big deal. Some very nice sculpted detail on this gun as well, in through here with the barrel and the back here. So yeah, very cool. So he holds that very easily. Now I'm just going to bring in a comparison. Another leader class figure I have is the Studio Series Grimlock. So let's get these two side by side. And let's just pull the camera back a little. Let's see if we can get these guys in the shot. Probably Wheelie's not going to get in the shot, but that's okay. So yeah, you see the Leader Class Studio Series Grimlock compared to the Leader Class Kingdom Ultra Magnus. So yeah, of course Grimlock towers over him a little bit, but just for a quick size comparison, there he is. So we'll take Grimlock and Wheelie out of there. And let's get into, let's take his gun off. We'll take his gun off. And we'll take these little blasters off for now. I just wanted to get into the articulation in this mode, and then we'll get into the standalone truck mode articulation. But for articulation in this mode, his head is on a ball joint. It actually has a nice range of motion up and down, and a little bit side to side. Not too bad, but it is able to do a full 360 there. And is that light piping I see? I do believe that is some light piping, which I didn't realize it had. So very cool. I'll have to hold on here. I think I have my light here. Let's get out my handy dandy light and see if there's actually light piping. And yeah, it looks like it. Doesn't look like it's a very good effect, but yeah, it does have some light piping there. You can see a little bit there, the glowing eyes. So that's kind of cool. Something I didn't realize it had. Anyways, so you have some nice movement on the head. The arms are on this swivel here, so you can get a nice 360 there, and you get some nice motion on the arm there. So those can go out like that. And you don't get any real waist swivel in this mode because of just all the kibble, and this is hindered very much. So there's really not very limited articulation in this mode. But he can kick out that much. Nice ratchet joint, nice tight ratchet joints there. And as far as kicking back, again, it gets hindered by these wheels back here, so you don't get a lot of kickback there. And his let's get these arms out of the way. He can do almost the full split, so he does get a lot of range of motion there. And you do get about, again, you don't get a lot of knee bend. Let's put that up there. Let's see, about a little less than 90, I'd say. So very limited articulation in this mode. You do get a little bit of a swivel here. Just be careful. When I opened him up, actually this leg had fallen off, so it's just a little mushroom joint, little mushroom peg there, so it clips on very easily. And then the ankle rocker joint too on the bottom is it's very flexible here, but it doesn't, the feet don't really go back in a sort of neutral position. They're always sort of at this angle, which is sort of one of my complaints. I kind of wish there's a little more clearance here, so this could go up a little more. As it is now, he's just sort of at a permanent angle with his feet there. So that's maybe one of my only gripes in this mode. But anyways, as far as articulation in this mode, that's about all there is. So let's get him out of his shell here, and let's just focus on the standalone white truck mode. Okay, so here we have Leader Class Ultra Magnus with all his armor off, and let's take a look at his robot mode. And this thing is just beautiful. I love the white they use for the plastic, and the little bit of sort of teal, aquamarine blue throughout the figure sort of breaks up all the white. You have the gunmetal gray there. So let's take a look at the head sculpt first and foremost. You have the nice red painted eyes. Again, you have that sort of teal face mask with a little bit of silver on the crest. Just really nice. It looks really, really good. I'm very impressed with this head sculpt. You get some nice sculpted detail there. Very, very cool. And going down the figure as well, you get that nice, again, sort of almost aquamarine blue tint on the windows. You get some nice paint on the windshield wipers there. Again, that sort of gunmetal gray paint on the front or the grille. Again, you get that nice blue to break up all the white. And you do get a lot of nice sculpted detail throughout all the legs and throughout the figure. So very cool. I really am liking this robot mode. And then, yeah, you get to the back. They're never going to be able to fix this. It's really too bad they couldn't figure out something to do, split it in half and have it fold in or something. I'm not sure. It is a bit of an eyesore. It's not too bad though. But there he is from the back. And again, I know these things clip on with his armor, but it would have been nice if there was a hinge here that it could have been folded back or something. As they are now, they just kind of stick out. But no big deal. No deal breaker by any means. Very, very nice. I'm really loving the look with this guy. Very clean, very crisp. The paint apps are done very nicely. There's no paint bleeds at all. Very nice Autobot, crisp Autobot logo there on his left arm. So very cool. You definitely get some more articulation in this mode. His head is on a ball joint, can look side to side, up and down, can do a full 360. Of course, you get that shoulder pivot there with the full 360, so he can do the full 360 on his arm. His shoulders go up that much. He does have well, sometimes that comes on down. Just make sure that's pegged in. He does have a bicep swivel there. He has about 90 on the elbow, and there is nice wrist articulation here that does go all the way around. So that is very nice. And pulling his arms out, he does get some nice waist articulation as well. So because this piece goes up, that is nice that they included some waist articulation. And putting his arms up, he does have the ability to do almost the full splits. And he can kick that much with a nice ratchet joint there. And he can kick back, not too bad. Kick back that far. And he does have a little mushroom peg there. Again, just like on the armored mode. And he does have a little bit more knee bend here. Not quite 90, almost 90 there. And he does have some nice ankle tilt there. So you can get this guy in a much more, he can get into much more dynamic poses without his armor, obviously. So there he is. And let's get him transformed into his vehicle mode. All right, so here we have Leader Class Ultra Magnus all transformed in his tractor trailer mode, and this thing is awesome. I'm so happy with this. It's really, really cool. Like I said, this is the first iteration of this figure I've had, and I am very happy with it. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the front, and I really love how they did this. It does line up very nicely. The grille and this do line up very nicely, so you get a very nice truck mode, and it looks very G1. You have the nice Autobot symbol there. You get some nice detail on the front of the truck that we did see in the other mode. But just going around the figure, he does have some very nice tires. There's a little bit of gunmetal gray and some nice sculpted detail on the tires, and the tires aren't quite black. They're a little bit sort of a muted black, but almost gray almost. And I did like how they fixed this sort of gap that was on the Siege in the other versions. So they kind of closed that gap. Now, one thing I did was instead of storing his forearm armor in the back here, like the directions say, I took these and hid his hands, because on the box and in images that we've all seen, his hands just sort of stick out there. So I took those pieces and actually covered his hands, and there's a peg that actually just fits right into his hand. And it actually is very nice, and it's pretty secure. So it's not the straightest, but it does cover up the hand. So if you guys want a nice modification for that visible hand syndrome, that's the way to go. So again, you have a nice little spot for your Autobot symbol there. I'll have to put a sticker on there later. But just going down the side of the vehicle, again, really nice. I'm very impressed with this mode. I think this is probably the best Ultra Magnus that we've gotten out of all the Ultra Magnuses that we've got recently in the War for Cybertron mode. Again, another issue I do have is the way these feet are angled in the back. I tried, but I think that's just a design. I kind of wish these were straight. Another thing is, of course, everyone who has an Ultra Magnus always wants this to come down so you can have cars go in, but that is just a stagnant piece there, so that does not move. But it does have weapon storage. It has the missile storage. And really, what else can you ask for? I just think this vehicle mode is immaculate. I really like it. And, it looks even better having these visible hands sticking out. Otherwise, it just looks awful. So if you take those armor pieces and put them on like that, it does a great job of covering them up. There it is from the top. Again, just tons of molded detail. Loving the colors, the paint, everything about this vehicle mode is awesome. And there you go on the side there. You get a little bit of detail there. And you get the smokestacks up top. Very clean. I think the things I really like about this is just how clean it looks. And you can I have a Masterpiece Bumblebee, and you can put maybe let's just take the gun off up here. Let's take that off. And you can put Masterpiece Bumblebee or any other smaller vehicles. Again, kind of wish that this, the ramp folded out and you can kind of fit cars in there. But you can actually take this piece and you can unclip this. And I mean, his head is kind of sticking out under there, but yeah, you can't really fit any cars in there. Let's see, I have Red Alert here. So yeah, unfortunately. Well, actually Red Alert can kind of fit in there, but as it is now, you can, just put them on top of there. that he's hauling Red Alert there. So, very, very cool. I'm really liking this figure. I highly recommend this. If you haven't picked up any of the other Ultra Magnus figures, this is definitely the one to get. I'm very happy and think this is probably one of the best, like I've said, releases. I like how they fixed the front of the truck. I like how they fixed here with the gap that was on the other releases. And if you take that mod and cover up the visible hands there, you got yourself a beautiful Ultra Magnus. So there he is from the other side. And yeah, so very, very nice. If you get this guy, please pick him up. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching. This has been Matt in Japan. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.